In response to what you said, which I very much appreciated, this idea then after you finished and you stood up and you said there's only two possible explanations, I don't think that's quite accurate. I think that when you say you want to be open and open-minded, to say there's only two explanations that doesn't strike me as open-minded. Maybe I only see two possible.
I'm just saying I
only see two. Yeah. Well, the one that comes to my mind right away is that her mind could be playing a trick on her. That, in other words, it could be a coincidence. Like, so she dreamed it and then later talked about it, and then they were like, "Oh, that really happened," and or that.
Grandmothers were just humoring her when she said, "I saw you go out for a cigarette," and they really didn't, but they told her, "Yeah, sure, that's what happened."
Not that they were humoring her, but that the mind kind of played a trick on her, so that she was recounting a dream or a vision that she had. Like, "Oh, it's funny because when I was out, I thought I saw you guys go out and smoke," and they said, "Well, yeah, maybe that actually did."
And so you're saying she dreamed it.
I'm saying that's another possible.
And they actually did it, and it's a coincidence that she dreamed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean.
There's more than a dream. And more than a coincidence. I mean, you could also have a. Have you ever been sleeping and been half awake and half asleep, coming out of an actual dream, where what's going on in the real world impacts itself into your dream? It starts showing up in your dream.
Yeah, the clock going off.
Yeah, and all of a sudden that noise starts, becoming part of your dream. So, again, who knows? But I mean, another possible explanation, if we're looking at all the explanations, is that maybe the grandparents and the dad were sitting around in her room while she was still in a coma, saying, "I can't believe you smoked a cigarette," and all that. And just on a barely conscious level, that impacted itself on her, and that formed itself into like her experience while she was in this comatose state. And when she recovered, that whole experience kind of, well, this is what happened. I went out, I saw this, and I experienced this. I mean, I'm just saying that's sort of third or fourth possibility. The way to, I guess, confirm or deny that would, certainly the dad is still around. Probably, it was 1990 something, so her parents are still around. She's still around. I mean, this is the kind of stuff where we could reach out and say, well, did this happen? Did anybody talk about it afterward? And just look into it a little bit more. And I think that's kind of what this All Reality site's all about. So
that would be like a secondary level of investigation of the evidence.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.